Hello everybody, I'm SJM. Welcome back to episode 2 of Techopolis. As you can see, I've been doing a little bit of off-stream work. I added a third node of cobblestone over there just to have it coming in faster. I didn't see any reason why not. I got a place dug out for the next one there, and I've also done some setting up over here as well. So with the way the super flat worlds work, just works out perfect for these miners because you only really have to jump up one to get to the top of these, whereas if you're placing them down in the overworld, they are up above and you got to hurt yourself every time you jump down. I think this is just a lot better, nice setup here. So I've got a jumbo furnace in the ground here. Not all the way sunken down because later on we can automate it by pulling out of the bottom. So I just left a spot there for future proofing. And I set up a miner over here for stone. The stone did take the tier 2 support frame, which isn't until this part of the next quest, but that's not a huge deal at all. So we've got this prospector's pickaxe and this light gray colored stone stuff. I think 16 ought to be enough. So when we use our prospector's pickaxe on the colored stone, we get these shards. Ah, geez. My vein mining modes. I use the small tunnel to tunnel down to make these little holes. Now that we have those, coal ore can be made in a tier 2 miner. To make the ore itself, though, you take these fragments and you go around any kind of stone. So as long as it's cooked stone, we're good to go on that one there. So now I have this set up and going, so we can start. There's 30. Oh, 16, I guess. Yep. So we need to get 36 of each of these so that we can set up the miners for them. But to do that, I'm kind of waiting on some stone here. That's not a really big deal. We can take. The other thing we can do with this coal fragments is we can make coal directly like that with it if you want. But I think just getting set up straight to the miner as fast as possible is going to be the best. So I need this stack of 8 to become 16. We got there in the first one. I'm going to need more for the coal, but for now we can at least get the lapis miner up and running. As long as we're not standing around waiting for the ore or for the smooth stone to come in too much. I've got some smooth stone here. And I forget what I was preparing that for. They become real simple to set up above ground here too in the super flat. I'm really liking this world type here for this pack, I think. There, and then I don't need the full 32 because I can just set up my coal adjacent to this one. Change our shapeless mode back to small tunnel. go. Still waiting on 5 more, huh? Oh, I had cobblestone in my inventory and I didn't even realize it. There is the mini coal and mini charcoal in here, so I do suggest using that where possible. And just about a stack of each of those will help fill up the... Oh, we don't want the coal fragments. And I've set up some wheat here. So I've made myself the composter, and we are just composting all of the leaves and the mangrove that comes out of there. As soon as we get... oh wait, I did make the hoppers to do this, so... A little bit too much, but that's fine. So we've got the wooden hoppers. And this guy. That guy. Wooden hopper only has 1 slot, so if you want to do multiple stacks. That. I use the bone meal that I got from doing that to get grass and some wheat seeds. Also got industrial hemp seeds. And there's no farming mod in here at all, so you're stuck with the vanilla break and replant. So I'm expanding my food out like that slowly here as well, because I don't get the apples from growing an oak tree in my tree absorber. So a small price to pay there for fun. Right, so that 36 is good. A little bit more coal there. Let's go get this miner set up. Put my shovel away and I need it. There we go. Lapis is coming along here now. The other thing, you can use these lapis fragments and get lapis that way if you need it in a hurry, in a pinch. But otherwise, you take that lapis and you process it in a jumbo smelter. 3 lapis lazuli ore gets you 1 lapis lazuli. The rates at the beginning of the game are pretty horrible, but it is what we have to what we have to deal with here for the start. I've got a bunch of stone now, I guess. Oh, I forgot I already made some. I don't need that much. All that we need. And save this light gray colored stone for the next tier. I was going to do a miner for the light gray stone, but we need the tier 3 support frames, which we do have access now that we've got lapis coming. But I'm not going to do that just yet, maybe a little bit later. But oh, yes, I did need that one more there. Put down the first layer. Alright, those two resources online. Not doing any caps on here just yet because I'm going to go straight to lapis lazuli. And I don't think we ever need to put any caps on your trees. Depends on how much wood you're using, I guess, but I would find it highly unusual if you needed caps on your tree production at all, unless you're using it to fuel your jumbo furnaces. I could see that if you're going to set up that kind of an automation. But that is it, except for getting the actual coal and lapis. And then we can move on down to our first little bit of automation, which is the conveyor belts. We've got the vertical style, we've got a splitter, we've got the extractor, we've got an item router, and we've got a dropping conveyor belt. The recipe here isn't too hard. We just need 3 coal, 2 lapis, and some smooth stone slabs, which is why I made the smooth stone earlier. But for now, need to get some lapis going in there. Actually, what I need is coal. Coal processing here. Of course, I've got one upgrade, one jumbo furnace upgrade in this one already, so it does 2 operations at a time at an increased fuel cost, of course. That should be enough to get what we need off the start here. So smooth stone slabs. Oops, I needed to make that other coal. Now, the recipes are all just looking at the uses of these. So 3 conveyor belts does give you 3 splitters back at the end. We merge it with a wooden hopper and we get the extracting, which is what we need. And we need this last hopper and some placement blocks. So we'll set up our automation here. So we need to hopper into the jumbo furnace. I guess we'll finish all that off later, but we're gonna I don't need to do the stone just yet. We'll need the stone eventually, which is why I'm setting it up here in this way. So basically the things I'm putting on this side of my base are going to be the ones that have some automatic processing and will have their products ready as soon as or like at a moment's notice, whereas some of the other ones will be fine just running around and collecting them. But I always want to have coal available, so we just take our conveyor, just where you point on the top of the block is the direction the conveyor will go to automatically. Oh, and as long as I'm not too close to it, they will jump on the conveyor, go down there, and slowly but surely make their way into the jumbo furnace, start smelting, and now we have automated coal ore. When I need to, then I'll set up the stone, but we don't need tons of smooth stone just yet, but we will later, which is why I've set it up over there, as I mentioned earlier. And then lapis is another thing we need a fair amount of at the start here, because our next tier of structure frame, tier 3, uses the lapis. And as well, lapis is used in the techium, which is where the smooth stone is, but we don't need, it's only 1 per techium, so we don't need a lot of it, but I just wanted to have it over there on that side where, you know, whenever we kind of need some resources, we can pop over and grab them out of these chests like so. Then I can work on my jumbo furnace thing. So I've got 2 more jumbo furnaces I can start making, so I can speed up this one here, my working one, a little bit faster each time, right? So yeah, that's the conveyor system. If you don't have everything set up perfectly, then you can use something like this vertical conveyor. So if I had set this jumbo furnace up just on the ground and it was 3 high, I could just, you know, have the conveyor come along and go up the side of the jumbo furnace and then up over into the hopper there. But my foresight there just means I didn't have to do that. Look, we've got 8 coal come in there already. I can make even more conveyor belts for moving forward and getting all of this automatically set up here. So that's it for the second chapter. Is just I'll do the crafts to make all of these things and kind of set them aside until I see a need for them. But it's worth just getting the tech bucks here right away, because we could probably come in and grab our first unlock here. So we've got compressium. And the book to make it is just 4 smooth stone, 1 of these blank research papers, and 4 logs. And then we'll also need the 4 tech bucks, but we've got those in spades just waiting for us to collect. And I'm almost ready to start making bread. That's exciting. In fact, I can make my first piece of bread already. All right, so in that, making that book to unlock our first tech here, we are gated on sugarcane because we have no other way to make paper. So is there a skyblock recipe? So 3 bamboo makes 1 sugarcane. 1 bamboo is made from 3 kelp. Kelp is made from cactus, and cactus is made from leaves. Now I don't have water yet, so I can't quite make them, grow them right now, but as soon as we get water, then we can switch over and do that. May as well do that, and I've got a bit of cleaning up to do. I've got a whole bunch of junk in here that I don't need, so between episodes, that'll be something I need to clean up. That I don't need on me anymore. And I need the logs. I think we got everything now, right? There's the book. 2, 3, 4 buckaroos, dollary-doos. And then in the quest line, we just go to our basic research, submit the book, submit the tech box, and now we have Compressium open. And that means if I have a 9x9 and I hover over a stack, if I push K on the keyboard by default, it will compress blocks for me automatically. So just like that, I'm able to get compressed cobblestone just by pushing K while hovering over that. So I forgot to mention that with the little stones. You can just farm up tons of them and just use K all across your inventory. But I was doing this to get, oh, I only needed 8, but we can also make 9 furnaces at a time with this compressed recipe. So that's a little bit easier there in that way as well. And the reason I was doing all that in the first place why is Kate doing shader stuff now? Okay. Compress stack. That's the one that we want. Toggle shaders from Oculus. Okay. That should stop that conflict. Oh, that's because I don't have the proper... The only reason it conflicted is because I didn't have... a 3x3 grid open. Now that I've got 4 compressed cobblestone, we can go back here and we can look at the research paper for the storage drawers. Is double compressed. I thought it was single compressed, looking quickly. So not opening storage drawers just yet. We'll have to wait for a little bit more stone to come in. But the other thing you can do with the compressed stone is mine it. So we'll take a tier 2 support frame and you could mine single compressed cobblestone that way. So if you wanted, instead of putting multiple miners over there, if you're only gonna dedicate one slot of it in your base to mining, then definitely do the compressed stuff because that'll get it 9 times faster for you. Probably just need the 1 times. I don't think you would need to go up any higher than that, but maybe. So now that we have 3 jumbo furnaces in there, we'll be smelting 4 items at a time in this guy. So we've got lots of fuel coming in so that I can fuel these. Just keep working. We'll need a bit of lapis to get going because, like I said, they're for the next tier frames. Oh. Which is getting copper and tin. So a block of coal and a block of lapis, then we can open up the research papers here, which takes 4 blocks of each of those, plus another one of the blank research papers. So that will be the step forward to getting into the next level where we'll get copper and tin, and they will need the tier 3 support frames. And yeah, between episodes I will be getting that stuff set up, as well as hopefully getting some glass. So sand we can get from grout. Oh, here we are, super flat recipe, dirt and gravel. And to get gravel is dirt and cobblestone. Perfect. I've got lots of dirt and I've got lots of cobblestone. So that's, I'll be doing sand, getting glass, and then with glass you can cover these belts so that you're not picking them up off of the belts anytime you actually come close, or if you're doing maintenance on your machines or whatnot. I guess, oh, I've got enough. Oh no, lapis is 9, right? It is. Just trying to get my first lapis. Caps, but I'm 5 short. That's 4 more. If we look at the use on this as the cap block, this will bring ticks per block down to 160. So that's quite a considerable jump, and it's the best that we've got at this tier for a little while. Just need 3, my friend. Thank you. Now, when smelting one item at a time, like doing one operation, this, I don't think it uses up the extra fuel, but if you've got, so if I have 4 operations at a time available in there, it will use the extra fuel. Do that, and now we can speed up coal production, like so. Tick rate now down to 160. All right, so between episodes, I'm gonna solidify my food source for now and get ready to process the smooth stone. Oh, those 4 blocks I need for my papers. I'll be stealing those back. Do my papers, and then because we don't quite need this much coal just yet, but it's good to have it coming in. All right, that's enough for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed. I appreciate you for checking it out, and we will see you in the next one.